Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see the screen. Just put a 1 in the chat and we can get started. I had to do a last minute change. Hopefully this will still be of good value for you guys. Okay, thanks, Tom. All right. I don't know how many people are here because it's a live stream and I can't see how many people are here. We were going to do the Twitter ads today, but you can see it's still under review for the premium account. So I thought that this would be an instant update, and it's not an instant update. It can take up to 7 days, apparently. Okay, most people are saying it takes about 3 to 4 days. So I upgraded yesterday thinking it would be instant. It wasn't. I need the premium account to be able to do the ads the way that I want to do them, which is more than 240 characters. And plus I want to do split testing and stuff like that. So we're just going to have to hold on. Hopefully maybe Sunday or Monday, we'll be able to get past this review so that I can run the Twitter posts and we can do some split testing with the ads for that. Okay, so we can drive traffic. Okay, it's all about driving traffic, building your own traffic sources. That's what the whole Fightback traffic systems is all about. Ultimately, is building your own traffic sources. That means that you're building your own audiences. Okay, now one of the things that we really needed to cover, especially for the people who have purchased the the MinisiteSEO content pilot. Okay, this is kind of important because we need to understand how we can get traffic to those sites. Okay, backlinks still work. Okay, they still work, but you do not have to go and spend huge amounts of money on backlinks. Okay, backlinks can either cost you money or time. It's better to get other people to do it, but you need to know what to do. Okay, now a couple of years ago we built a little keyword tool. It's called Keyword Intent. Okay, this is basically a one-page website. No matter which one of these links you click, it still stays on the keywordintent.io domain. Okay, on this URL. And with this, I did some search engine optimization, just basic stuff. Because we got an exact match domain with keyword intent. Okay, that's got a high search volume, or did at the time, much higher than now. And I think I spent about 80. I remember I calculated. I've actually got a video on YouTube about it. I think it was about $82. And we managed to get this into page 1, number 1 for the keyword intent, for the keyword phrase, keyword intent. And we were getting about 200,000 hits every month just from that $80 spend. Okay, so although there are huge amounts of people telling you that you need to do this or that with SEO, sometimes if you get the right combination of things, it can just work. Okay, I don't know if that is going to work every single time, but what I want to do is I want to do some testing, and I'll give you an overview in this session. Okay, this is just an overview. Do not buy any of the backlinks that I've got linked in here. Okay, do not buy them. Wait for me to tell you if they are good or not. Why? Because I've got some spare domains that I set up specifically for testing. Okay, so test first. When you find out what is working, then you can use it on your mini sites if you're using the mini site content pilot. Okay, wait for me to tell you what is working. Do not buy them. Okay, these are just some examples. Now, what I did do at that time is we had some services that we were running at that time. these services are still up, but don't buy them because we haven't been selling these for a long time. But this is the kind of stuff that we were doing. Okay. We were doing what I call content sync. Okay. And content sync was basically just taking content and putting it onto sites that have got traffic. Okay. I call them traffic links. Okay. Traffic links, basically putting content on sites that have got traffic, mainly sort of parasite SEO platforms, okay, like LinkedIn, Medium, Quora, Reddit, etc., etc. That's what we were doing at that particular time, and we were using this in combination with press releases, in combination with some Quora stuff that we were doing. Okay, I don't know what's happened here. Something happened to my site. It is blocking me from my own site. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let me just try that one more time on a different tab. Maybe it will work. There's something weird here. I'm not getting into that. Anyway, the services we had there that we were using were basically services for getting backlinks. Press releases were good, and doing forum backlinks were good. Okay, and forum backlinks were just really commenting because forums have got traffic. Okay, so what we were doing then was getting traffic to come over into the website, which was keyword intent. And because this is a tool, this is really important. We're going to cover in a future session about building tools for websites. But because it's a tool, people were spending more time on the site. So we were getting, quite a good amount of time spent on the site per person visiting the site. So that combination of the engagement with those simple backlink strategies, they came together to be able to give us good metrics in sort of Google's eyes, in the sense that when people came to the site, they spent more time there, okay, than an average, article or something like that. And so that helped to push the rankings, which in turn helped to rank for multiple keywords, which in turn helped to get us a lot more traffic. Okay, and that was working really, really well. The site traffic has dipped quite significantly. I don't know if it's because of some of the algorithm updates. I don't really care, to be honest, as well. We were not monetizing it in the sense that we were doing ads or anything like that. I think we put some banner ads for some of our other tools, and that really didn't bring any extra sales. What you can do with sites, once you have got traffic, is you can you can put some ads on, like AdSense or Mediavine or those kind of ads. Some of those ad networks pay pretty decent money, but they have requirements of how much traffic you get and even where you get the traffic from. Okay, so I would say that, how do I put this? You've got to understand what the goal is of your website first, okay? If you understand the goal of your website before you even build it, whether you're going to use it for affiliate marketing, whether you're going to use it for ads, whether you're going to use it to sell products like a shop within the website, etc., or whether you're using it just for generating leads, etc. Decide that first, and then once you have got that decision made, then go ahead and build your site, because the strategies will differ from from whatever that goal may be. If I'm doing a website for affiliate marketing, for example, then I'm going to be doing a lot of contextual links. that are recommending products, as well as having some banner ads, as well as doing some videos about specific products or whatever I'm going to do. Okay. If I'm doing it just for ad revenue, like Mediavine or AdSense, then I'm really focused on driving traffic with informational content. Okay. My informational content just has to be deep topic, which is what the Minisite content hub builder does. Okay. Minisite content pilot, I should say. And that's doing informational content, but we can do that in different ways as well with the content hubs, because we can do different types of content hubs. That means we can do more than one content hub per site. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we go through this. Okay, so first thing I would do, and this one I would advise everybody to do, okay, is to do 301 redirects. Now, how do we do 301 redirects? Well, you go and find a domain that has expired or is expiring. Okay, it's going to be cheaper to buy expired domains that have got backlinks and that are relevant to the same topic that you're building a website on. Yes, you can take those domains and build a website on them if you choose. Okay, that's entirely up to you. It's not a bad way to do it. There's no right and no wrong when it comes to this. But it's two ways that we can do 301 redirects. Okay, you can either build a site. Okay, we put this one up last night. I asked her to make the homepage actually a blog post, which she wrote the blog post, but she hasn't made it a home site, the homepage. This is a site that I purchased, and I got this site from using the Tube Traffic Miner software, one of my softwares that scrapes YouTube descriptions looking for broken links with domains that you can buy right now for about $10 on Namecheap. Okay, so I found this one, adamosborne.com. Now, there's two ways we can do this. We can build a site and wait for that site to get indexed. So if I come over here and I type in here, just site : adamosborne.com, you can see it's got a domain authority of 13. It's got 19 referring domains. It's got 1,200 links. Spam score is low, etc. And you can see the backlinks, etc. as well. Now, I would wait until this changes with the title and this information from what we have put on the site. And when we have done that, once that appears, then I would use that for a redirect. So I'm building a site I'm building the one-page website basically first. Okay, this is using a template. We just did this quickly last night, but I would normally just build a one-page website. And once it gets indexed, then you can do a 301 redirect. Okay, once it's indexed. The other way is to do it via your domain registrar. Okay, so if you come into your domain registrar, you can see I'm using Namecheap in here. And when I go into the manage part of that website, okay, if I'm in here, like you can see I've got Adam Osborne. If I right click and open in a new tab where it says manage, then we can do redirect domain. Okay, the only two things I would do here is put in the destination URL for adamosborne.com or whatever your domain is without the www and one with the www, and put them in here and click on the little green ticks. Okay, that's it, you're done. Okay, that's all you need to do. Or you can take a sort of more, I don't know if it's better or not better. I'm hesitant to say that it's better because I haven't properly tested it, but I'm guessing. Okay, educated guess, it's going to be better to do it like this, where you wait for the indexing to happen from a one-page website. Okay, and when we have set this up, once we have done the redirects, etc., there's a plugin that I put into the template. It's called Backlink Saver. Okay, what that does is any backlinks that are coming into URLs that are no longer there, it gets redirected into the homepage. Okay. So I guess I should have opened up Tube Traffic Miner just to show you what this is. There's multiple ways that you can find. Hold on, let me just open this up. Yeah. There's multiple ways that you can find expired domains. And this has been working for years and years and years. It's worked really, really well for years, this strategy. And Google periodically will come and say that this is not a good thing to do. We penalize websites that do this, etc. I've never seen any websites being penalized to date. Okay, it might have been happening to other people, but it's never happened to me. And you can do this a couple of times, and you can do this with domains that are relevant, but they don't have to have like tens of thousands of backlinks. Okay, that's not the point of this, because what we are doing is we are using exact match domains. Okay, so if I'm going to do something like the smoothie site, okay, the smoothie site, I think we did. Let me just see. I've got this web page open. I think it was smoothies for weight loss. Okay, smoothies. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, smoothie weight loss diet .fit. You can see it's kind of exact match domain. Okay, now when I say exact match domain, people will often say that when they're referring to it's got to be exact keyword phrase. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Just get your keywords in there in a way that makes sense. That's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be exact. Let's see if I can open this software. I'm getting a warning from the software because we don't have a certificate for it. Yeah, okay. So here's what Tube Traffic Miner does. Okay, it's very quick and very easy to use. What we do is we will go and we will find a whole bunch of keywords based on whatever topic we are doing. Okay, so if I want to do in here, I'll go into keyword intent and I'll just type in some keywords. Okay, smoothie, weight loss, diet, for example. Now this should give me about 250 results. This is a free keyword tool if you've never seen it before. Okay, you can use it as much as you want. There is a premium. I don't suggest you buy it. It's kind of unusual because as my tool, I should be selling it. But you don't need to buy it. Okay, for the most part, it will give you up to 250 results with the free account. Okay, and that is good enough for what we're doing here. And all we do here is we can checkbox all and we can copy to clipboard. And then I can go over into the Tube Traffic Miner, start a new project. Okay, I'm going to put my 250 keywords in here. I'll give the project a name. And I'm going to take off Daily Motion so that we're only scraping YouTube. You can see we can scrape Reddit, Wikipedia, Vimeo, Daily Motion. I never use those, especially Wikipedia, because it's such a big site. It takes so long. It can take days to do a Wikipedia one. And then we can just click on add the project. Now, when we have added the project, all we have to do is click on start searching. Now, that's going to take a while because it's 250 keywords. Okay, it's quick and easy setup, but it still has to do the scraping in the background. You can do it with proxies, which will make it faster. I don't have any proxies on, so I don't have this switched on up here. But I can leave that, and what I expect will happen is that eventually, when it does finish, I can come over here. I can just filter, and I can remove anything that is not available. Okay, and then I can sort by domain authority and page authority. Now, a quick tip: if you're buying expired domains, the page authority is going to be for the root domain, so domain.com. Okay, not any other deeper links. Okay, it's going to be for the main URL. Okay, I look at the page authority, the PA, page authority, because that's where most of the backlinks are being sent to. Okay, so if you can get like a page authority 29, that's actually quite good. Okay, and anything here that is green, then you're able to buy it now. Now, I did this campaign weeks or months ago. I cannot remember even when I did this. What you can do though is you can right click and you can click on buy on Namecheap or buy on GoDaddy. Okay. If I click on buy on Namecheap, I don't know if it's available anymore, but we'll have a look anyway. And if it is, then you can get a domain that is, page authority 29 with backlinks that you can simply use for redirect. Okay, that's a quick win number one. This is taking a while for Namecheap, which is quite unusual for their website. I wonder if my internet is slow. Anyway, let's come back over here while that's happening. You can see it's got 94 links according to Moz, and it's got 211 links according to Majestic. Okay. Here's what's important about when you're looking at the links. The number of referring domains, okay, it should be in a good percentage. Okay, you can see from 211 links are coming from 37 different domains. That is a very decent ratio. Okay, this would actually be a very good one to buy. If I wanted to build a site about affiliate marketing, do a redirect, this would be okay to buy. Okay. There's always going to be a difference between these different SEO companies like Moz and Majestic and Ahrefs and SEMrush and all those different ones. Okay. Don't worry about that too much. All we're looking for is to find something that has got, some backlinks that is relevant and that is available for not a lot of money. Okay. You can see this one is still available. Okay. So you could be redirecting about 200 links according to Majestic for $11. Now, if you compare that to some of the services you find on Fiverr.com, then there's a big difference. And plus you're getting relevant links that you control. Okay. Trouble with Fiverr.com is you've got no control once you're paid. Okay. Some of those guys talk shit. Basically they talk shit. Excuse the profanity, but they kind of have tripped me up over the years when I've been using them. And, you just learn through experience sometimes that the more you've got control, the better it's going to be. In fact, what I did with those services that we put together, I contacted people on Fiverr.com and I did a deal with them to do specific services the way I wanted them and told them we could resell them, which is what we did. So they made extra money from us reselling their services, but their services were turned into my services with changes that I knew would make them work better. Okay. If you can get somebody like that, then it's better, because if they're willing to do it on your terms, then you have got the control. All right. The next one, the 301 redirects. It's easy. Nothing difficult there. My suggestion would be always start with them. Okay. The next one, press releases. Okay. Now I've put a link in here. Doesn't mean you should jump over there and buy it. I'll give you a link to this document a little bit later because I don't want you clicking links and getting distracted. Okay. So, press releases. I think my internet is slow. I wonder why. Okay, press releases, they can give you high domain authority backlinks. Okay, this is one of the few situations where you can get one piece of content to drive high amount of backlinks for not a lot of money and not get penalized for it. Okay, important, not get penalized for it. The reason is because you create one press release. If you don't know how to create a press release, well, good news, ChatGPT does. Even the free version can write you perfectly good press release that you can give to somebody like this, and he will do, 250 sites, which is 250 backlinks for just $15. Okay, you can go up a bit. You can get 400 plus sites for 35, and you can get some extras like specific websites and Google News, etc., for $50. $50 is actually okay for that. This one, 35 is going to be okay as well. I would take this one if I was doing this, okay, because it's got Google News in here and 400 sites. That's 400 backlinks from one piece of content that you can get ChatGPT to do, okay? If you're doing that, use the viral content pilot links. What people don't understand about press releases, even some people who have got what is now quite a well-known press release service, when they started to do it, they didn't understand this one thing. Press releases can drive traffic, a lot of traffic, massive amounts of traffic, okay? When we first started to do press releases, it was 2011, 2012 when I first started to use them. And I thought it was just for using for backlinks. Okay, I was using them for SEO purposes for backlinks. And we did a webinar with Holly Stark, her name is. Some of you might have heard of her. She's selling SEO type products. I helped her to put together her first product. And we did a webinar with her. In fact, we did a series of 3 or 4 webinars with her. And at that particular time, and we helped her to get set up with the product, her first product, and put it on my license system, all that kind of stuff. One of the things we did was I think it was Newswire? I can't remember the name of the company we used, but we did a press release. It cost about $100 to do the press release. And that press release got more than 1 million hits. Okay. And that really surprised me. That really, really did surprise me, because that was a lot of traffic. Unfortunately, there was a major, major mistake made. Absolutely major mistake. And that was that the person who was working with the press release company, or who was kind of the go-between between me and the press release company, well, he gave them the press release, but there was no links to the website. Okay, there was no call to action, which is a really, really stupid thing to do. Okay, and that meant that we lost a lot of opportunity to build an audience. Okay, there was a link. Sorry, there was a link, but there was not a call to action to collect email addresses. Okay, so that was kind of messed up. And so when I think we were sending traffic just directly to YouTube, something, I can't remember exactly what we did, but I remember we missed an opportunity for list building. Okay, we could have built quite a significant audience from that. Even if we only got 1,000 people, that would have been a major result from spending $100. Okay, press releases work. They really do work. Okay, they work very, very well, and they're very safe to use. Just one piece of content. Use ChatGPT to create your content. For example, I could go into ChatGPT. Oh, I can't type, guys. I really can't type. I don't know if it's the position of my keyboard or something, but my typos are getting worse over time. Just bear with me a second. Yeah, my internet is really slow here. Okay, so I can put in here something like we have set up new website and need a press release announcing the new site. I'm going to put the domain in here. It went capitalized. I didn't even notice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. ChatGPT doesn't care about your typos. Okay, so just something as simple as that, and it will go and create your press release.
Sure.
I don't know what that was either. Might have been from my telephone. Anyway, it can go and do all this for you. So all you would need to do then is go and buy from somebody like this guy. You could go ahead and order this one. I think this one would be good. Okay. And the standard at 35 is pretty decent because it includes the Google News. Okay. That's quite good. That's 400 backlinks. Now, if you combine that with, you know, the expired domain where there was what 200 backlinks, that's 600 backlinks immediately. Okay. 600 immediately. And everything so far is going to be pretty safe. Okay, that would be pretty safe. Just one expired domain and a press release, and this is the kind of stuff I was doing for Keyword Intent. Nothing expensive, and that was probably, you know, the press release is probably the most expensive thing that I bought. Okay, there's other ways that you can do press releases as well. I've seen recently press releases that guaranteed traffic. Okay, and I thought that was an interesting approach. I haven't tested it though, so I'm not putting any links in here. I will test it. If it works, I'll let you know. Okay. But I'm definitely not putting any links because we don't know if that traffic is going to be relevant. And if the traffic is not relevant, then you're going to get people bouncing off your page. And if people come to your website and bounce straight off it, your rankings go down. Okay. And that means your traffic goes down. So don't, you know, we're not going to do that. And the exact match domain we've already kind of covered. Okay, so if I'm doing cycling for, if I want to do a website about cycling for weight loss, then I'm going to have something like cyclingforweightloss.com. Okay, this does help. It does work, and Google will tell you it doesn't work. It works. Okay, it really does work. You will find that if you have set up and used the social listening system, like I showed you in the first webinar session that we did for the Fightback traffic systems, then you will see, you know, if you're following some people who are doing niche website stuff, if they're doing search engine optimization, all that kind of stuff, then you will see from time to time people saying, hey, I used an exact match domain, it still works. Well, it never stopped working. Okay, it never not worked. It always worked, always did. But Google would have said to you multiple times over the years, it doesn't work, don't do it. I don't know why they feel the need to draw attention to it, but it still works. Okay. Now, the next thing we did for the keyword intent, and this was really important. Okay. This seems like a black hat kind of strategy. It's not black hat. It's just basically finding relevant blogs where you can go and leave a comment with a link back to your site. Keyword is relevancy. Okay. Now there are some Fiverr gigs that will offer a service like that. When I give you the stock, do not go and buy any Fiverr gigs for commenting. Okay. This is one of the things I really, really do need to test. Okay. I'll let you know which ones are working, which ones are not, when I've tested on some spare sites that we got. Okay. But just as an example, you see, you got 45 links for just $5. Okay, if you want to get more, you can get 200 for 20. Okay, I would probably buy the 200 for 20. I keep getting this warning here. I think it must be from my internet provider. It keeps giving me this warning. Okay, let me know you're still with me in case I've been kicked off and back on again. Okay, who's still here? Put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Come on, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you're still here. Now I don't know if I'm still on or not. Okay, I'm going to carry on anyway in case. This is still being recorded with the StreamYard. Yeah, Dennis, you're still here. Good, good. Okay. Then I would have carried on anyway, so we would have the recording. Okay. So yeah, blog comments, they work as long as they're relevant. Okay, so this guy here is offering to do relevant backlinks. What is going on here? Okay, let me just refresh and see if I can get rid of this. Isn't it strange that weird stuff happens when you're on a webinar that would never happen any other time? I've never seen that before on Fiverr, where you got to press and hold and do stuff like that, ever. I've never, ever seen that before. But when you're on a live webinar, then it happens. Oh, piss off. I can't go in there. All right. So the next one that we would do is the next one that we did do for the keyword intent, and this was really important as well. Okay, and that was what I call traffic links. Traffic links. Now, let me show you a secret that not a lot of people know about. Okay, and that is this website here. It's called Crork, C-R-O-R-K, Crork.io. Okay, this is where a lot of people that you see selling services on Fiverr.com come to order white label search engine optimization services, and then they will go into Fiverr.com. They will resell these services. Okay, Crork.io, CRORK.io. Okay, you can see these packages here, for example. It's got a whole bunch of different services for local, Web 2.0, backlinks, social media, and PBN guest posts for YouTube, etc. Some things are good, some things are not good to do. This would be safe. This would be building some kind of foundational backlinks. Okay, I would not start with this, but it's there if you want to add sort of more power to your backlink profile, more diversity, I should say, not power, diversity to your backlink profile. But I would only do this once you start to get traffic. Okay, sounds kind of counterintuitive because you do backlinks, so you get rankings, so you get traffic. The other stuff that I've given you up to now, okay, from here to here, all of this in combination, especially if you're using an exact match domain, you should start to see traffic from just what is here. Okay, when you start to get traffic, and as long as you're connected to the Google Search Console and you can see which keywords you're getting, starting to get in, and you know, some traffic and some impressions, etc., then you could come and do something like this just to boost the diversity of the different types of links. Okay, so you got things like profiles. I'm guessing that's social profiles. Okay, they got Web 2.0 profiles. They got blog platforms. They've got social bookmark sites, document links, image sharing, etc. Even got some niche related to blog comments, and then you got things like Quora answers. What we were doing with traffic links, Quora, okay, Pinterest, Reddit. What else were we doing? LinkedIn, sites that have got traffic. Basically, we were putting links on sites that have got traffic. We were doing that in multiple ways. We were doing some posts, and we were doing some commenting. Okay, if you go and comment on Quora, and you are able to go and leave a link, then you can get traffic from that. And because it's relevant and because it's like answering comments, for example, about specific things, if you have got content that fits the specific thing that they're talking about, which you will have if you're using content hubs, okay, then putting a link from there will drive traffic, and that will be relevant traffic, which means it will spend a reasonable amount of time on the site. That's exactly what we did with the keyword intent, but that was a tool. Okay, it's not sort of informational content based. It was actually a tool that people go and use, and they get fascinated with it because they can do unlimited searches, and it gives results a little bit different from other keyword tools. Okay, why? because we're using the Google Ads API for this. And so when you are typing in stuff and keywords, for example, if I typed in SEO tools, it would give me results like SEMrush and Ahrefs and others. It would mention these SEO tools without having the keyword SEO tools within that keyword phrase. So it gives you these kind of related results, okay, not just results that sound like the main keyword, for want of a better way of putting it, okay. It gives you really good results, and so we got people spending time on the site, which helped to boost the traffic, and that combination really helped. But if you are doing this with informational content, then we don't have a lot of time to maintain their attention, to maintain their interest with informational based content. The content hubs will help because it's structured in a way that they can see different parts of different parts of the information that you're presenting, especially if it's a how-to, an educational kind of journey that you're taking them on, like a beginner to advanced content hub, or a pain solution content hub, or a sales journey content hub. Okay. They can see the links that are coming up. They can see the different things that they can click through on. The content hubs will definitely help. But if it's just a normal informational sort of content articles based website, then chances are they're going to bounce off. So what do we do? Okay. What do we do at that point? What is really, really important for us to do? We want to make sure that we've got calls to action, that we can capture their information so that we can remarket to them. Okay, really important. And we got to think like that with the content hubs as well. So you want to create some kind of a giveaway that you can put front and center, and even when they X out of your site, to have an exit pop. Okay, giving something away. The problem with the SEO traffic, it's never free. Okay, it's never free. Yeah, you can get you can get results over time and consistently over time. So it's got a good value to it, but the amount of knowledge, work, or cost can be high initially. Okay, we need to not lose the traffic that we are generating. If we are generating traffic and they pass through and they think, oh, that's nice, and they go on to the next place they're going to on the internet, then you've lost that traffic forever. So all the hard work you've done to get them to the site in the first place has gone to waste. You need to be trying to collect the email addresses. So the very minimum things you need is retargeting pixels. Okay, you want to do that for Meta or Facebook and Google. If you don't know how to do it, you can get someone on Fiverr.com to do it for you. Okay, set up the pixels or the Google tags, etc. The second thing that you want to be doing is you want to be doing contextual links using Viral Content Pilot, giving stuff away. You want to have an opt-in form that's familiar, and it's just a familiar design that's giving stuff away. And you want to have exit pops, and you want to have a smart bar at the top. Okay, so I don't know if we got one on the smoothie site. Yeah, we have one here. You want to have something like this. It's not obtrusive. It's not getting in the way. Okay. And you can also have maybe one pop up here after they've spent some time on the site. Okay, so we got one popping up here, and it's where it's not obtrusive. That's okay. So that would give you 3 sort of interruption marketing without being interrupted, very interruptive kind of calls to action, and plus your viral content pilot links, and plus any embedded email autoresponder forms. Okay, you want to get them in. It's really important. You've got to be doing that. If you're not doing that, you're losing traffic, and if you're losing traffic, then you're just making things much harder. Okay. Okay, so some other things I've got in here. things for social profiles. I've got things for Google stacking and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing these in short videos, okay? A before and after type thing. So the videos will be in part 1 and part 2, and we'll be looking to see if it's made any impact. So do not buy any of these 5 gigs, especially 5 gigs. Do not buy any until we have tested them. Some things that you do not want to do. Okay, I've talked enough about the backlink stuff because we want to have a system where we can move quickly, where we don't have too much to do. Okay, we don't need to overcomplicate. We don't need to overthink. And you don't want to go down any rabbit holes either. Okay, you want to avoid the rabbit holes because a lot of people get into the rabbit holes of the SEO stuff and they never come out. Okay, they get into the manipulation tactics and how to beat Google kind of thing. And it becomes a hobby. It becomes like they become sponges for knowledge, and some of them will use it and some of them will not. They just continue to, soak up the information and don't do anything with it. But it gets really expensive. Okay, if you are getting into the SEO stuff. And although SEO is changing, it's still going to be around. And it's still, Google is still driving more traffic than any other option that we've got. I think I saw the other day it gets 5 trillion searches per month. It could have been yesterday or day before. It's still a massive source of traffic. We've just got to find ways that we can create websites and content, and we can backlink them, and we can drive traffic to them in a way that helps to rank. Okay, if you drive traffic to a website and that traffic is targeted, that can improve your SEO just because of the engagement, the time spent on the site. So traffic does affect SEO, and that includes traffic from anywhere, like social media, from ads, etc. As long as it's targeted. So we need to be careful. So enough of the backlink stuff. Okay, things to not do. Okay, and this is stuff that I've tested this stuff. I've jumped around with this kind of stuff before, and I've spent a lot of money doing it. Don't use any indexing services. Do not use indexing services. There's other way that we can do indexing without using indexing services. Do not use them. Okay. Most of the time they're using shit links. Okay. You don't want to do it. You can't trust them. You cannot trust them. You do not have control, and you don't know what they're doing. Do not trust them. Do not buy indexing services. The only time I would use indexing is if I am doing some kind of parasite SEO, if I'm doing content on sites that can absorb crappy links. Okay, your website is not a place that can absorb crappy links. Keep them away from your website. You can do it to a YouTube video that has a link in description to your website. That's okay. You can do it to a post that you've got on Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn, Medium. Although it's no indexing links on some of those, it still helps you to get indexed. Okay. Because Google can follow the links, and it can see, okay, there's a website there. And other search engines as well, not just Google. Just don't use indexing services ever. Okay. Next thing is, do not add ads onto your site until your website is indexed. Okay. Do not. I don't know if it is a negative impact or not. I've seen before where I've had websites that just seem to take ages to get indexed, and I had ads on them. And when I took the ads off, within a short period of time, I started to get indexed. Okay, I don't know if that was because of that. I've got no idea. I've got no way of knowing. But since then, I've never put ads on any website until we have been indexed. Okay, that means we show up in the rankings if we do the site colon your domain. Okay, that's the easiest way to find. Okay, never use any PBN links that have been sold on any forums or Fiverr.com. PBN is private blog network. PBN links work, but only when you control them. Okay, you do not control PBN links that you're buying from Black Hat World or Fiverr.com. You've got no control. They will tell you one thing on the sales page and do something completely different. Okay, and charge you a lot of money for that as well. Not all of them are like that, but you don't know which ones are and which ones are not. So you just don't do them. Okay, do not use PBN links unless you want to build your own, which I'm not going to get into because it's a huge topic. And the way SEO is changing, I don't know if I would even want to get into that right now. Just avoid PBN links, avoid private blog network links. There's other things that we can do that are easier, that are less cost, less time consuming, and effective in their own way, and especially in the combination of the different things that we can do. So we don't want to use them ever. There's another thing that that people are doing. It's called link edits, okay, so or insertions, where there's already blog posts, okay, and all they're doing is they're going to put your link inside an existing blog post. Sounds good in theory, can be good depending who's doing it, depending on what sites. Don't buy those links ever. Don't buy those links ever, because again, you got no control. Okay, you got absolutely no control. They can tell you one thing and do another, and once they've done that, it's hard to recover from it. Okay, we do not need this kind of stuff. Okay, we do not need this kind of stuff when we are going very niche with content sites, okay, or mini sites, and we're using exact match domains, and we're using 301 redirects, and we're using press releases. We're doing those various things. Some things that you can do extra would be creating some social media profiles, using YouTube videos if you're creating videos, and syndicate them to video sharing sites and stuff like that. That's okay, because you can just put the link in the YouTube description. And what I used to do was get all these different websites, video sharing sites, that I would take the original YouTube video and put them onto these 40 or 50 different video sharing sites, but all of them would be linking back to the original YouTube video, and within that original YouTube video would be a link to my website. Okay, that worked quite well. I didn't even put link in the descriptions of all the places that we were embedding that video, or when we were submitting that video to different video sharing sites. I never ever put the links from there over to my website. Okay, only one link in that whole system that I used, which was in the original YouTube video, which was linking back to my website. Okay, why? Because it's safe, because I've got control. I can't take away those links if something goes wrong, but I can have control if I've got one link in one video, and then I'm backlinking to that video with other video sharing sites. Because what's happening there is we've got high domain authority video sites linking to the YouTube video, okay, which is already on a high domain authority site, okay, and I've got my link in description. So there's a kind of flow with the link just, okay. That just worked, but in combination with other stuff that we were doing as well at that time. Okay, here's the things that you must do. Absolutely must do. Okay, you've got to set up your Google Analytics and Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools. Okay, you can do that from the template. Google also has got a plugin that can help you to set these up, and it's just like wizards. It just click a button, connect to your Gmail or to your Google account and verify. Okay, you can do that for analytics, for Search Console, etc. You can use the SEO plugins like All-in-One SEO or Yoast or Rank Math to connect to Bing, etc. as well. Okay, you should always put retargeting pixels. If you do not know how to do them, check on Fiverr.com. There's a whole bunch of people who will do that for you. Okay, you do not need to set up any goals or anything for the ads. You're not setting up a campaign. All you're doing is simply put retargeting pixels, and we will revisit that later, what we can do with it. Okay, as we go through these 26 traffic systems. Okay, we will revisit this. If you got that set up, it should not cost you a lot of money. $5 should be able to, you should be able to find somebody that can put in your Facebook pixel and your Google pixel, which is all we need. Okay, get it done. Okay, retargeting, it's going to be good for us later. Okay, you'll see it later. And the other thing you must do is make sure that your content is written in a natural sort of conversational style. Okay, inside the MiniSite content pilot, we have got the option that where you can put in sample copywriting. If you're getting the articles back and they are still sounding too much like AI or too much like ChatGPT, what you can do is you can put it back through other AIs. Okay, you can either put it back through ChatGPT. I prefer to use Claude. Claude is very, very good at this. And I basically say, this sounds too much like AI, make it sound more human. And then it will, you know, you can tell it to do conversational style. That will take away some elements of the SEO stuff, but you're writing for humans, which gains you better elements like engagement, which I think is more important. When it comes to SEO over the years, people have been, you know, too much focusing on what the SEO plugins tell them. Okay, that you don't have the exact match keyword phrase in your title, in your URL. What happens when you do that? It sounds like a robot. You can see you're writing for search engines. People bounce off pages like that. Okay, you can't do that anymore. Also, with the AI search engines starting to increase, and this will increase over time, the younger people coming through are going to be using Google less and using AI more. So the AI search engines are going to become more and more important, whether it's from Google AI search engine or Perplexity or ChatGPT or any others that are going to come through. And those AI search engines prefer shorter, concise information written for people. Okay. So the stuff that we lose, to me, it's not important. The stuff we gain is important. Engagement. Okay. Real people reading stuff, taking action. Okay. Search engines don't take action on your pages. Who cares? Okay. Who cares about them? Some basics that people will tell you still work is to put your keyword phrase in the first paragraph and last paragraph. By all means, go ahead and do it. You know, make sure you've got your keywords within your title, etc. If somebody reminds me later in the WhatsApp group, I've done a video on the importance of keywords within the title, but it's not what you think. Okay, if you remind me to go and find that video, post it into the WhatsApp group, and you will see a live demo of how keywords in the title can affect your rankings. This is done on YouTube, but the same principles apply. Okay, if somebody reminds me later, okay, after the webinar, I'll share that video with you. You will see me in real time starting to rank for keywords just by changing words in the title. And the words were not even in order. Okay, I was making up keyword phrases from the title and then typing in the keyword phrases, and yeah, we were showing up, we were ranking. Okay, it's quite an interesting example of how keywords in the title help. Okay, so once you understand that, then it can give you a sort of broader understanding that having exact match domains where you got your keywords in the title of your website, in the URL of your website, okay, and you're using it, relevant deep topic content via the content hubs, all of that can come together to do SEO in a simpler way, but still really effective. Okay, especially if we are doing um, sort of niche when we're niching down into topics. Okay, one of the things that's going to come up with the mini site stuff is we're going to be doing mini site networks. Okay, not private blog networks, although you could argue it's very, very similar. They are, but we're doing it in a more intelligent way in the sense that we're not hiding it. Okay, we're giving really good, useful information. And yeah, we're using AI to create the content, but the content is going to sound human and it's going to be useful. It's going to be helpful. Okay. So for example, if I wanted to do it for search engine optimization, I might do a mini site about knowledge graph SEO. Okay. Sounds obscure, but still, if you're starting to build a network of sites and you got one for on-site optimization, you got another one for on-page optimization, you got another one for backlinking, you got another one for you when you get into all these subtopics, okay, and within a network, and you're not hiding them, okay, and you've got one main goal for all of these sites in that network. The whole network's got one main goal, which could be an affiliate offer. It could be to go to a landing page on a different site, okay, that you want to rank for a more competitive keywords, okay, but that would be using like a backlink structure if you did that. Even if you took the same landing page and you put it on all of your sites and made that your homepage, then on each site, it will still work in the sense that you are building this sort of topical network, okay, with all these different subtopics, with the one goal to get people onto your email list where you can redirect them to different places, okay, different offers, should say. Okay, so the must-do list, nothing difficult here. That would take you about 10 minutes maximum for the analytics. If you don't know how to do a retargeting pixel, get it done on Fiverr, okay? Natural human language, that means you're going to read your content, okay? And go through it or get someone else to go through it if you don't want to do it yourself. If it's not natural sort of conversational language, then put it through another AI and get it done. Okay, it's really important that it's written for humans and not for search engines. Okay, some optional things as well. I never got time to finish this because I had to change the webinar at the last minute. So I wanted to do a few things about the search engine optimization for AI search engines. Okay, one thing that you might want to do, but not immediately. Okay, if you're starting to get traffic and you're starting to rank for major keywords, one thing I would definitely add is FAQ schema. Okay, you can get plugins. There's one installed on the template. We'll cover this a little bit later. But Google does not show the questions from FAQ schema anymore. It used to be that when you search for something, a website might pop up, a website result might pop up, and plus they had 4 or 6 links underneath that were sort of question and answer links. So they had quite a lot of real estate on the search results page. Okay, they had quite a lot of real estate there, but they stopped doing that. But Bing still uses it. Okay, the AI search engines use it. Okay, so it's kind of important. It's going to get even more important. And the other thing about this, and this is one of the things that I look for. I see this as an opportunity. Okay, most people will not do this. That means you can be doing extra that other people are not doing, which gives you an advantage. Okay, maybe not with Google, or it might be with Google with the AI overviews and stuff and the other AI search stuff that they're probably going to introduce over the next few months and years, etc. But it definitely will help with other search engines like Bing, ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc. And as people start to use those more, then you're in a much, much better place than anybody who's not doing that. Okay. It's not huge amount of work, but it's still work. You might want to train an assistant to do it, or search Fiverr and see if somebody's offering that kind of service and pay someone else to do it. Okay. So some quick recommendations. When you start to get traffic, add more content, add an extra content hub. Okay. Add an extra content hub once you start to get traffic. Why? Because it enhances whatever you were doing that drove the traffic in the first place. And this will help with the search engine optimization as well. It's going to help you to rank for more keywords. It's going to build more topical authority for your site. It's going to give you deeper content, etc., etc. Every piece of content, make sure that you have got a call to action that is for people to get onto an email list. Okay. Make sure you have that on every single piece of content that you got within your content hubs. Whether it's just the same call to action at the bottom via a banner, an image or something, make sure that is going to be one of your main goals, is building your own traffic source. Okay. That's the whole point of what we're doing here with the whole 26 systems with the Fightback traffic systems. We're trying to build our own traffic source. Okay. The other thing you should do once you start to get traffic is to do some deep linking. That means you're going to be linking to all of the pages in your content hub, not just the homepage of your website. Okay. We want to send backlinks to those other articles within the content hub. Okay. We will cover that in detail later. I'll call this part 1 for the SEO stuff. One thing you could do, and this is working, I'm seeing this more and more on social media, where people are creating simple little tools like calculators. Like, for example, the smoothie diet, we could get ChatGPT to write some code for a weight loss calculator, okay, or a calorie counter calculator. Those kind of things, you could have those built by ChatGPT or by Claude. And Claude is very, very good at that kind of stuff. And if you don't know how to put it together, Fiverr, you will find somebody there that can easily do that for you for not a lot of money. Okay. They can drive a lot of traffic. They can also, more importantly, drive a lot of engagement and keep the traffic there longer. Okay. And all you want to do then is you're going to be linking to that from somewhere up here. Okay. So we've got a menu bar. This doesn't have a menu bar actually on the content hub, but if you got a menu bar at the top and you got like calculators or whatever the tool is, then it can help you. It can definitely help you. It can actually drive a lot of traffic, and plus it will improve your rankings as well. The more people spend on the site. Okay. The next thing that I would suggest you do, and this is really highly recommended, is when you start to get traffic, the posts that are getting traffic, if there's any specific posts that are getting traffic, go to perplexity.ai, okay, and prompt it to give you some quotes, okay, where experts have been speaking about that topic and specific to that page or posts within that content hub. Grab a couple and put them as citations at the bottom of your articles. Only do this for the posts that are getting traffic. Otherwise, it's going to take you too long. And what happens when stuff takes too long? You get burned out. You lose the momentum. And what you've got right now is leverage. When you're using a tool like Minisite Content Pilot, you've immediately got leverage. You can produce these things quite quickly. But you can lose momentum by overthinking or inaction or too much action. So you want to keep it that you can make progress, keep stuff scalable. When you spot the wins, then you can double down on the wins. Okay. That's what this is about. Okay. There's little bits that we can do extra once we start to get traffic, because the momentum is still with you at that point. And the motivation will be with you as well when you start to see traffic. Okay. So when you've got traffic, all of this stuff here, everything is after traffic here. Okay, all of that is after traffic. Okay, and create a resources page. This is a good one as well. You can do this from the beginning if you want to, especially if you're going to build a network. You can use the same resources page. This resources page, if you're going to put it on multiple sites, if you're going to use the exact same one, you might want to make that page no index so that you don't have the same content on every single site within your network. Okay, that's okay to do that. But it's important to have a resources page and link to it, okay, from your menu bar, and link to it from your footer as well, if you want to. Okay, here's where you can make money, and here's where you can build your list, and here's where you can keep people on your website. Okay, resources pages work really, really well. Okay, they work really well. I probably would not do this if I am doing a separate resource page for every website until I've got traffic. Okay, you can start with it if you want. Even better is to build the resources up, you know, over time. I've got multiple Google Sheets, for example, where I just put in things that come across where it's just, it might be backlinking services, it might be softwares, it might be different tools, just different resources. And I've got multiple Google Sheets that I've been building over the years that I forgot about and started a new one, and forgot about that and started a new one again. Where I'm just putting in, links to whatever it is, a tool, backlinking service, whatever it might be, some marketing service usually. And I put the links in there with what it is, and I build it up over time. If you're doing that, then it's easy for you just to copy and paste and create a resources page. Okay. And resources page can have your affiliate links. It can have links to your offers, your services, your softwares, whatever, mini courses, whatever you're doing, your other websites. Okay. Resources pages, they work. They keep people on the site. People buy from links that are recommended from websites that they've got useful information from as well. Okay. And always use viral content pilot links. Okay. Now, I've asked our developer to add a feature that you can add your own domain instead of us using I think it's promptmaster.io. Everything is created with promptmaster.io links, that you can add your own domain. Okay, I've asked for that to be done. I don't know how quickly it can be done. I've also asked for more autoresponder options as well. Now, once we've got the domain feature in there where you can put your own domain, you're going to add the domain for your mini sites in there, and you're going to stick to those links created with your own domain. Okay, for that, because it's just better. Okay, the links are coming from the same domain rather than go via promptmaster.io. So I'll push and see how quickly we can get this done, because it's kind of important now that we've got the mini site content pilot. And I'll get back to you on that. Okay, so that's it. So the kind of a last minute put together for this. This is kind of a part one. Okay, as I'm going through testing stuff, I'll do shorter videos as well. But I'm only going to publish the ones that work. Okay, so there might be some stuff in here that doesn't work. Some of these Fiverr gigs, etc. I just put them there as an example. And what I'll do is I'll give you a copy to this document, and you can go through them. Do not buy any Fiverr links, please. Just do not buy any. Okay, here's the link to the document. There we go. Okay, I've got all the answers. I've got all the number ones. We are here. Do you ever use HTMLs to add new content to? Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. You can do that if you want. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And some people try to build previous content, rebuild the previous content that was there. And to do that, what you're going to do is you go to archive.org, archive.org. Archive.org. I've got my caps lock on. Just click on continue to the site. What's going on my internet today? It's really slow. Okay, you go to archive.org, okay, and what you do is you're going to paste in the domain, okay, and it's going to find, it's going to give you some timestamps of previous snapshots, should say, snapshots of that domain, okay. Why isn't this working? Oh, for goodness sake. Let's try HTTP. Yeah, that's what I mean. Wayback Machine, archive.org. Okay. So it's way back at archive.org. Sorry, you're gonna have to go in there yourself. Okay. I wanted to give you a sort of quick demo of it, but because I'm doing a webinar, it's just not working. This internet is slow, and for some reason I just cannot get into that website. Okay. You will see the content they had before. Here's what I told my virtual assistant to do last night. Oh, here's come. What I told her to do last night was to go to the domain that I had purchased. Okay, you should do this before you buy the domain though. Okay. And I told her, I gave her a list of steps to do. Like, go to archive.org, Wayback Machine, put in the domain. Okay, so let's grab that domain. What was it again? Let's just take this one. Doesn't matter. Let's just come in here. You put in the domain here. Click on enter. Okay, so it's not archived that one. Let's go back to the original one. Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm telling this first, because I've got two screens. Okay. I'm not sitting up awkwardly. I've got two screens. Okay. What you can see here is like the calendar. Now, what we're looking for is going to be something highlighted. And you can see 2025 has got nothing. See these little dots here? If I click on these, then anything highlighted is where they've taken a snapshot. Okay, so I can open this up. And you can see there's 4 snapshots here. Click on one of them. It's going to show you what the website was before, the content it had before. Now, what I told it to do last night was to copy paste everything from the home page. Okay, and also take a screenshot and then go to ChatGPT and tell it to write an article with the prompt. We've just bought this domain. I need to put in some temporary content. Okay, and I want to put in content until it gets indexed, then I can build out more content, kind of thing. And it gave us an article, okay, that was relevant to that. Let's see, it's kind of a weird site. I'm guessing it's still, yeah, it's still loading. Okay, now if you take a snapshot, or you take a screenshot, I should say, and you feed that in with any content. Usually websites have got like textual content. This one seems to not have too much of it, but it can give you what you need. Okay, it can give you enough that you can at least build like a one-page website where you just keep it there until you get indexed, and then you can choose to do what you want with it. Okay, keep it simple though. Wait till it gets indexed. It's okay to go and buy a bunch of these for, you know, $10 from Namecheap, because you know that once you put up a site and once it gets indexed, you can either choose to build content on it, or you can choose to redirect it. Okay, so you've got both options. Even if later you think, well, this website's not driving traffic and I put content on it, it's okay to redirect at that point too. Okay, you've always got that option. Let's see. Oh, Jerry. Okay. Yeah, today's content is thrown together. All right. So I think that's all I've got to cover for this, unless you get any other questions. Any other questions? Okay. Did I give you the link? I did, didn't I? Yeah. All right. So this is going to be, we'll call this Fightback Traffic Systems Webinar 6. You should be rooting for me, guys. See if I can do this without any typos. Sometimes I can do it. See, it is possible. Okay. Remember, this was an overview session. Okay. Do not buy any of these links. Please do not buy any of these links. Okay. I will be testing them. Do not buy them. Okay. So Fightback Traffic Systems number 6. I'm writing this in here because when I go searching for it later, when I do a Google Docs search later, I'll be able to find it if I've written it in here somewhere. Okay, so that's webinar 6, and that's part 1 for this as well, for the SEO stuff. We will be doing more SEO stuff later, but everything here yellow is what we want to focus on. Okay, that's enough to get us started. It's enough that we can just leave these websites up. You might not start ranking in days or even weeks. Sometimes it's okay. Just leave it and do not buy any indexing services. Just do not buy it. Okay. You will have enough with the press releases. You will have enough with the exact match domain. You will have enough with the 301 redirects. Okay. And if you're doing irrelevant blog comments, you will have enough to get yourself indexed. Do not buy indexing services. You've got no control. Absolutely no control. When you're buying relevant blog comments, you don't need the ones that are saying like, I'll give you 700 or 10,000. You want the ones that say, I will give you 20 high quality. Okay. All we're doing is we're getting links from relevant websites to our topic. And hopefully these are going to be good websites and they've got traffic. Okay. That's all we're doing. Okay. We don't want anything high numbers like I'll do 700 backlinks for $2. We don't want that. Okay. Get 20 high quality ones, pay $40 for it. You're going to be much better off. Okay. It will help in the long run. That's exactly what I was doing with the keyword intent, but I had the advantage there of it being a tool and we had the engagement built in. You've got the advantage with the content hubs, the way it's structured. It's got something in there that's going to interest people interested in that topic. Even the people who never seen a content hub before, they're going to be looking at that and thinking, oh wow, I wonder how did they do this? Okay, you can put your affiliate link if you want for Minisite Pilot and make money. Any suggestions for people who have great writing styles to use as examples for the Minisite posts? Yeah. I saw a video yesterday. Okay, I was doing this in a restaurant yesterday. Stephanie's got a friend over from Ireland, but it was his last day, so we took him for dinner. And while we were sitting there where everybody else is talking, I'm on my telephone and I spotted a video from an email or something. I think it was from the Authority Hacking newsletter. And it was about the best LLMs for marketing. And one of the first things that they were testing was copywriting. Okay. And it gave an example prompt that it used for multiple AIs like Claude and DeepSeek and ChatGPT. And when I copied and pasted the prompt while I'm sitting there at the table, and I put it into ChatGPT, and I said, I prompted for it to create a generic version of that. Okay. And I wasn't paying a lot of attention to detail with it. I just curious what would happen. And it created this email, which was a promotional email, but it was written very conversationally. kind of the way that it's very similar to what I do with Claude. Okay. So I meant to go back in there, but I didn't get the chance. I meant to go back in there to get that prompt again and try to isolate, or ask ChatGPT to isolate the part where it's talking about conversational tone, because I didn't read the prompt. I was just copy and pasting. I was sitting there at the table. I couldn't really pay a lot of attention, but I was keeping myself busy at the same time while everybody else was talking. So if you have a look on YouTube for authority hacker, yeah, there will be a video about how they tested. It was only published yesterday or day before. There's a video there about how they tested different AIs for marketing tasks. Okay, copywriting was just one. There should also be a link to a Notion doc, and the Notion doc has got the prompt. Take the prompt, put it into ChatGPT, and tell it to make a generic version of it, but instead of doing it for email writing, that you want it for article writing. Okay, where you're going to be giving it some sample content. The best copywriters that do conversational sort of copy that I would think could be used for SEO copywriting. Okay, let's call it SEO copywriting. Jack Duncan. What's the name of his site? He does very good copy. It's conversational. Jack Duncan. I forgot the name of his website. No, he's not a goalkeeper. He's a marketer. Man, this website is so slow. Oh, my internet, I should say. This guy. Yeah, Market Bold. Okay. If you search for Jack Duncan Market Bold, see if we can, is it marketbold.com? Let's try it. Get onto his email list. Okay. What you do is you get about 5 or 6 of his emails, you put them all into Google Doc. Okay, all of them, put them into Google Doc. You can go and create a custom GPT that will write in his style and tone. Okay, marketbold.com. This is the one I would recommend. Okay, marketbold.com. And he's got some great courses. He's got some great training. He writes in a way that is engaging as well. There must be somewhere on here that you can get onto his email list. Okay, he would be one. Who else? I think of people that do marketing promotions with this stuff. You could go to backlinko.com to the earlier content when Brian Dean owned it before Sam Rush bought it from him. I don't know if his traffic has gone up or down since that purchase. I've got no idea. My guess is it's gone down. But if you go to the earlier stuff that Brian Dean was doing, if you want sort of article, Matthew Woodward as well is pretty good with the case study type of content. It depends on the type of content as well. So if you want informational content that's promotional, Jack Duncan. Even Chris Munch is good at that stuff with his emails, if you get his email copy and stuff. Chris Munch, Jack Duncan for the promotional stuff. Who else? Let me think about it, and maybe I'll make some custom GPTs and share them with the group. Yeah, and I can make custom GPTs for several of them. It would be easy for me to do it because I'm probably already on the email list, and I can get my assistant to go and get like 5 different emails from them. And we can make custom GPDs. We'll share them. I can't do them all at one time, but you know, if you remind me periodically, then we can always get another one done. So we can start with a couple and add, you know, one every couple of weeks or something like that. Okay. Jack Duncan, good, very, very good. He's the one I would, if I was going to copy somebody's writing style for this stuff, it would be him. Okay. That's it, guys. That's all I got time for. I've got to go and do some other bits. So I'll see you in the WhatsApp group later. We have got some bonus webinars for people who bought the video sales funnel product. We've got one tomorrow and one the day after. Okay, there was 2 bonus sessions, depending if you bought the front end and the upsell. So everybody who bought the front end, there will be a webinar tomorrow for that bonus. Stephanie has sent the link, so I can't put the link into the WhatsApp group. It's only for the people who get it for a bonus. Okay, so it's going to be done as unlisted and private kind of thing. Okay, so that's it. Right, I'll see you soon. Thanks.